okay. Nothing has happened. Nothing has happened. We're still waiting. Oh, we have one DPS player for the SF team. Still waiting on another DPS player. It looks like we have Sunless Fiber, a plat DPS diamond tank. What is it with this league and picking up diamond tanks and then running them for their plat DPS? Like Applesauce is the same way. You think you would pick up a diamond and then run them on their diamond roll, but I guess. So we'll see, we'll see. Waiting on one last DPS player. It is technically the start, but I believe they have like a 5-10 minute grace period before we have to start going into the timeout time for this SF Thunderbirds. I suppose we could talk about predictions for who's gonna win. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm real bad at these because I don't pay attention. Like I don't know. Oh, let's look. Let's go to MOWL and look at the scores. Who's been winning lately, guys? I don't. I mean okay. Let's go last week. Oh, no, SF didn't reschedule. Well, SF got 3-0'd by Boston, but that doesn't tell us much because Boston's a pretty good team from what I hear. And Chad's got 3-0'd by Florida, which is also another really good team, so that doesn't tell us much. I don't know. Thunderbirds 3-0'd us on HZ, so I'm willing to say that they're decently strong. Where's Chad's? Oh, and Chad's played Boston before they played Florida. That's a tough back-to-back right there when you got to go up against Boston and then Florida, and they just smack you. I don't know. I know Poi has a really good Winston, but his Reinhardt's kind of meh. I know Applesauce can play Sombra decently well. He sort of plays Genji, sort of plays Pharah, but he's not gonna like knock the socks and carry 5 people. Whole Camera, I will say, actually has a really good support. Their Ana is really impressive. They get some sick, nasty nades. I've seen that before. Did I cast that game? I don't remember. There was one game where I think they got a really good nade on the high ground and it kind of won them the fight. I think it was Volskaya. Was that against Florida? I think that was against Florida, actually. But you should go back and watch that. It's on, we have a YouTube channel. It's not really advertised. I should make that one of my quick links. One of my commands is that it'll link to the MOWL YouTube. I really think we should advertise that more in MOWL. Like put it maybe by the scores, like the link to the YouTube video so people can go back and watch how the score happened. I think that would be cool. San Francisco. I don't know much about this team. So they're kind of an unknown to me. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I think it'll be a lot on who plays what comp and who plays it better, which is kind of just how Overwatch goes in general. We're still waiting, dude. Ruby, where is your player, man? What happened? Who's missing? I'm looking at the chat. It says it's nothing. It's just like they're talking about All Stars, which is a thing that apparently I am part of. Apparently, Lau blessed the All Stars teams, each with their own unique name. That he honestly, I was talking to him last night. He said he named them specifically for one player on each team. Now, he wouldn't tell me who, but I really think you should all message him and try and figure it out. Because I think whoever Team Cream's player of choice is that inspired that nickname, I'm honestly curious who exactly that is. So, you should all bug Lau about that, because that would be really funny. And I would like to know. Let's see. Do we have any new people in chat? Hi, G3. I see you've joined us. And Allie. We've lost some people while I've started talking. Understandable. Have a good day. Oh, looks like SF is going to have to get a substitute for tonight. Not a good start. I mean, substitutes aren't necessarily bad. They can also be really good in that if you have a terrible player and you don't have them show up, and you can sub out someone, that's great, but that's not someone who understands kind of your comps, your callouts. Looks like they're going to get Elsie, who is a plat DPS. That is a level 43 account. I don't know that that's allowed. I mean, there are 2 admins here. One would hope that the admins know the rules and paid attention. So we're gonna see. All right. We're still waiting for, I'm guessing G3 wants to order the players so that they're in the tank. I mean, that's nice, I guess. It makes my job easier in terms of clicking. Looks like it's going to be Applesauce and Lonesome Tank, Oi, Hulk DPS, Rofty, and Sendem support. That is interesting. Looks like Chengdu Chads have reorganized how they're playing their roster. That's quite new. I honestly haven't ever seen Poi play DPS. I know he can aim, so presumably it works. He's a gold DPS. It is, in fact, his lowest role. Hulk Hammer, I know can aim because I've seen them do it on Ana, and they are solid plat across the board, although DPS is also their lowest role. Send Me Flying, actually plat support, and it's their highest role, so that makes sense. Rafty is going to be coming in at gold support. I guess that is, you're playing Applesauce on his diamond role, so that's nice. Yeah. So it looks like we are giving the R's out, so hopefully we will be starting soon. Waiting for, I believe, Chengdu Chads to ready on up. Waiting. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be an interesting game. It depends a lot on what map they get in the first series of Oasis, because it kind of, like, of the 3 map segments, there is a lot of variability in, like, what you want to play. Like, University is generally considered a brawl map. You want to Rein Zarya, you want to brawl on that point. But the other 2 have a little more open space, and there's a little more opportunity to run some interesting comps. I can show the OW screen right about now. We are about to enter. I don't want to do it because right now I am solo casting. And I have to hide chat before I swap to this screen, and they were asking me things. And you never know when someone's going to type something wonderful in the chat, so. Looks like we're going to be starting on Gardens. This beautiful Oasis map. Whoop. Enjoy some views. I don't know what, I mean, you can go see City over there. It's always kind of interesting to me how they put, like, the maps in the same sort of loading thing. I don't know what this is called. I'm not a software person. But that building's in both City and in Gardens. I don't know if you can see it from University. But cool. It's kind of cool. Alright, looks like Chads will want to brawl. They have Applesauce coming in on the Reinhardt, Lonesome King on the Zarya, Poi on the Tracer, Hulk Hammer on the McCree, Send Me Flying on the Mercy with Rofty coming in on the Baptiste. We have Double Bubble coming out from the Thunderbirds, Ruby King on Zarya, Stormgig on Winston, Elsie coming in on the Tracer with Sunless on the Genji. Legend Lubu is going to be providing support from afar with the Ana, and Ethelred on the Brigitte. Not necessarily what you would think with the dive comp, but Brigitte was really big in dive for a time when her health pack had a little more health because it is a guaranteed long-range heal. It's much easier to hit a health pack on Brig than a bullet on Ana, and it looks like they are waiting to figure out who to dive, and they're just going to drop onto the Reinhardt. Bubble goes down. They're poking at this Reinhardt. We can hear the Tracers dueling, I believe, off to the right. Immortality comes out, and it looks like SF was just able to bully them off the point. Immortality is down. Stormgate is going to go back in, but is going to back out. They are down 1 with Elsie getting a pick, but recalling out. Sunless Fiber falling up. Stormgate's going to get another. This dive is just cleaning up. Nice. solid 20% on the point. We are very close to Primal Rage as well as Pulse Bomb for SF with nothing in the tank, especially since it looks like we have some swaps coming out. It looks like they are trying to mirror with a Reaper McCree instead of a Genji Tracer, trying to deal with this double bubble.
I could use some healing.
Alright, Pulse Bomb is ready. Let's see where LC tries to stick. This is the sub for SF, by the way. I don't know if they are on a team. I'm gonna try and sneak around.
Wait for it.
Doesn't look like it. Ooh, it hit semi-flying. Storming is in, but Ethelred does go down to Poi on the high ground. Nice stun coming out from Hulk Hammer. Primal Rage comes out from Sorgig. Sunless Fiber is on the point. He has the Dragon Blade ready if they need it, but I don't know that they need it. We'll see, we'll see. They need to contain this Reaper and this break because they quickly snowball, and it looks like they do with Stormgig, the Nano Monkey, coming in to clean up. And right now, oh, Lonesome King is in an unfortunate spot. Sunless Fiber cleans it up again. We don't have Nano for the Blade now, and all they have in the tank is Blade. Potentially another Pulse Bomb from LC, their sub. But they are pushing into they are going to have a high noon. Let's see where Hulk Hammer wants to set up this high noon. Probably wants to get up on the high ground if they can. Then again, also has to be wary about that Tracer on. Ooh, nice bubble from Lonesome Kings. Manages to save Rofty on the support. Elsie does clean up Applesauce on the main tank. Hulk Hammer sets it for the high noon. Is only going to get Ethelred. Blade just comes out from Sunless Fiber and is going to at least clean up Send Me Flying and then also help with Hulk Hammer. And it looks like the dive is just too clean.
Score 1-0.
Let's see. Let me get out of studio mode. These zeros are not perfectly aligned. We're just gonna scoot that one also over. Looks like we have some swaps. Sunless Fiber going over to the Doomfist, Elsie going over to the McCree, but we may be keeping the double bubble with the same support lineup. It is University. This is the Rhine Zarya map. It looks like Chads is wise to that and are going to be bringing their Rhine Zarya game, although it did not work super well for them against the double bubble. I worry with the lack of Lucio on the Chengdu Chads, that getting this Reaper and Reinhardt into the team, into the backline where they can actually affect or be effective, is going to be a struggle. The Mercy, ooh, Poi's already down. Not a good start. Does the res come out? Res does come out for Poi. Let's see where. Sunless Fiber is low in the back. Is going to. LC gets a pick in the meantime. Why are my keys not working? There we go. Stormgate gets another pick. Rofty. Oh, Rofty does take out Sunless Fiber. I already mentioned that, but it looks like down a few.
Get in there.
And they managed to clean this up. Poi does get an early pick onto Elsie that is pretty good for them, but is retaliated immediately. Sunless Fiber cleaning up Poi. You have a grab, almost, maybe, depends on how good Ruby King is. We'll see. Decent charge, although Valk comes out from 70 flying to try and save the tanks, but Applesauce was anti, means he can't save them. Res almost comes out, looks like it does get interrupted in the back. We have a Graviton Surge here. We don't really need it, but we're going to use it anyways. High Noon coming out from Hulk Hammer manages to get Ethelred. Legend Lubu is going to clean up Hulk Hammer, although, and Stormgate is going to take advantage of the grab. Applesauce is going to kill Sunless Fiber, although, and a Shatter comes out. Oh god! From Applesauce is going to enable them to get Sunless Fiber and Legend Lubu, but Stormgate does retaliate with a pick onto Poi. Nice jump pack kill. That's not one you see in the kill feed all too often. Res comes out for Poi, and they can push in a full 6 while they're still waiting for the enemy team to regroup. They are all back. High Noon coming out from LC on the front. It is going to get 2. Sunless Fiber is going to get a 3rd, and this is a done push for the Chads. Angry Monkey has also come out in addition to the High Noon, but perhaps a little bit of an overall, but not so bad to save himself. Storming is getting the Primal Rage pretty frequently, and they still have 3 ultimates in the tank. Meanwhile, we really only have Window. We don't even have Window anymore. We just swapped to the Lucio with Lonesome on the grab. That's a mistake. You could have grabbed Window there with the Reaper or the McCree just shooting through. It would have been pretty good. Nice anti. That was a sick anti, Legend Lubu. Sending in the Nano Zarya. Graviton Surge is up. It's just going to grab that Zarya. And we're going after the Mercy. Meanwhile, and that is a quick map win for the SF Thunderbirds. Nice job, guys. Nice job. Let's see who got the play of the game. It is going to be the sub. Elsie stealing it from both teams. Nice high noon from the high ground. Gets two. And then just cleans up with the help of Sunless Fiber. Alright. Nice job, SF Thunderbirds. Alright. So, while we wait, we'll hang out in this screen with this lovely drawing gifted to me by my teammate Maria, who is an excellent MS Paint artist. I have to unhide the chat just in case they ask me questions. It is currently the Chengdu chat's map pick. They are allowed to pick any map they want of any map type from the map pool provided. We'll see where they go. They seem to really be wanting to run the Brawl with Applesauce on the Rhine and Lonesome King on the Zarya, so I would suggest a Brawl favored map like King's Row. That is in the map pool this week, and everyone loves to play King's Row. Let's see, what other maps can they play? I literally just had this open for our scrim the other day to look at the map pool, and have immediately forgotten what was in this at all. Alrighty. So for week, oh, this is a old game too. Yeah, this is a last week game. Never mind, they can't play King. No, they can't play King's Row. It's still in the map pool. Does the map pool really ever change? I guess the escorts map change. The hybrid maps haven't changed. They sort of changed, but Kings has been in both weeks. SF1, not Chad's. Oh yeah, the scores are flipped. Sorry, yeah. Hold on. The scores, yeah. It's because the score 1 is different than the score 2. Whoop. Oh, nope. I want to move you. There we go. Yeah. It's because last week I didn't have an overlay, so I had to make my own. And it kind of screwed things up for me. But it's okay. Doop, doop, whoop. Not what I wanted to move. You need to move to the left. There we go. Yeah. Alright. So we are still waiting. Oops, looks like we are doing a restart real quick, but we are going to be going to Junkertown in the meantime. So let's see how this goes. An interesting escort map, a really long escort map with long sight lines. I don't know, do they have a Widow player? Like, it's favored by Widow, open terrain. I don't know. Does Hall Camera play Widow? All competitive. Not really. They do play Hanzo, though. Hanzo's pretty good on that map, too. Let's see, what does Poi play for DPS? Let's look at all competitive seasons. Interesting. I'm not quite sure why they picked this. Alright. Do we dare go to the Overwatch screen? We can. I will just... I'll just have to be careful. We'll just... I'm scared to trust these people because I know some of them are problematic. Alright. Oop. Let's go to this. Alright. Looks like the Chads are ready. And we are just waiting for a quick restart. This cast is brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Oh boy. Gonna have to hide chat. I think GG Gamer's in here. In the stream. Or he was. He's not anymore. Oh well. We're gonna hide chat. Before people get annoying. I'm assuming G3 will just start without me. If not, then they'll figure it out. Freed from run it on. What? Holdini, are you okay? Oh boy. Let's see, let's see. Well, looks like our player is back. Let's see if we will go. Okay. They are going to ask me for R, which is annoying. Alrighty, alrighty, here we go.
Welcome to Junkertown.
Alrighty, and we are in the Australian outback post Chernobyl-like incident. It's going to be interesting. We have this kind of windy, open first area. I don't really know. It seems like the Chads really wanted to brawl here, but maybe they want to do a double shield comp or something? I don't know. I don't know. This was their map pick, so let's see what they try to bring out on Junkertown.
Ready for battle.
It looks like, ooh, we are swapping who is tanking and who is DPSing. That makes sense. We're going to do the double bubble with Poi on the Winston, Applesauce going over to Genji on the DPS, Hulk Hammer going to pick up the Ashe, Semi flying on the Mercy, and Rofty on the Ana. For the defense, it looks like we are going to do the double shield with double sniper. Interesting. Ruby King Widow. Huh. I'm very curious to see how this goes. Let's start on Ruby's perspective. Hopefully this isn't going to give him the caster cursor, though. Looks like he's going to go for a jump shot. That's a bad start. Bad start with the grapple. We're going to pretend we didn't see that. Ooh, but he hits the Ashe. Nice. Immediately gets rezzed by Semi flying, although. Grappling up, back up to the high ground, going to fall back down. Spray over and over again to cover up the fact. But it looks like Poi is in on this monkey. We're going to be on F9. We're going to have to drop. Applesauce is going to get a pick. We're going to pick up Semi flying with Hulk Hammer getting Finley. Dinking Ruby King from afar. As it looks like the Chad's dive was just too clean. The Mercy res there also did help, kind of works to nullify a little bit of the Widow's effect. Ruby King really has to pop here to make it worthwhile, and he does get picked by Hulk Hammer. Applesauce is in the back line, and he gets one. He gets both your supports. And now it's just the horse. Stormgig is a lone Sigma on the payload, but that's not going to work out very well. Sunless Fiber is on here with the Hanzo. But it's going to get cleaned up by Lonesome King with Stormgig finally going down to Poi. The horse needs to flee. But she's not super fast despite being a horse. It looks like she is going to get out. We almost have a Dragon Blade on the side of Applesauce. Nano is nowhere near ready yet, though. Also almost have Primal Rage from Poi. No ultimates on the side of SF Thunderbirds, but they are coming up on Dragon Strike. Blade is ready. They could Valk Blade here. Are they going to Valk Blade? Chads, you know you want to Valk Blade. You know you want to do it. Sunless Fiber already gets a pick. They're sending in the Naked Blade. The Immortality comes out. No one's killing the Lamp. The Lamp finally goes down. Poi is actually going to Primal Rage in concert with the Dragon Blade to scoop up the 2 kills after Apple does his job killing the Lamp. Dragon Strike comes out into the lift. It is going to get Hulk Hammer in the backline. Stormgate fighting Lonesome, but the Winston damage is legit, and Poi is just destroying on this Winston. See, he just needed to be on a character that didn't require any aim, and then he's gonna pop off like crazy.
The payload has reached.
Alright, and it looks like we have some swaps coming out from SF to try and counter a double bubble mirror with Sunless Fiber going over to the Genji. No ultimates on either side right now, but we are way closer to a grab than they are. Oof, and Sunless Fiber is going to clean up Poi. Stormgang's going to get some healing. Immortality comes out from Legend Lubu to try and stop the burn damage, I guess. Dive comes in from Stormgang, but a counter dive onto him from Poi. Step right up. There is a high noon coming out, but it gets deflected. Ruby shoots himself. Bob is in the back line. Oh, he's way back there. Okay, he's not where he should be. Applesauce does get a dash kill onto Legend Lubu. Poi cleans up Ethelred, and now it's just Finley here who's going to be cleaned up by Apple again. We have a angry monkey from Stormgang in the back line. Is going to decide to focus on Hulk Hammer. Meanwhile, Poi is also an angry monkey and gets Sunless Fiber in the enemy spawn. Ruby King is coming out on the Tracer. Ooh, Poi, this was a mistake. And he's dead. But Lonesome King is still here and still has Graviton Surge. They can do Grab Blade. They still have a Valk. I don't think they've used it. Maybe they haven't. Maybe they've gotten it again. They also have a Nano coming out. Hulk Hammer swapping over to the Soldier to get back faster on the legs. They do have a Transcendence, although, for this upcoming grab. Perhaps they want to do something to... It could be that you send the Nano Monkey in to try and get the Transcendence and then grab Blade after. That would be what I would do. They're just going to Blade. They're going to Valk Blade here. Transcendence comes out for Valk Blade. We're going to follow it up with the grab, right? Follow it up with the grab. Wait for the trans to end. Do the grab. Do the grab. Do the grab. They don't know how to play the game. They're gonna do it. It's right there. It's right there. Never mind. They cleaned up Poi anyways. They're gonna grab after they kill. You gotta get rid of the Winston, I guess. The bubble is just too much. Can't grab with the Winston on the field. Sunless Fiber is going to... Oh, that's like Sunless Fiber is going to try and Desperation Blade, but it is not enough. Manages to get 2 kills, but Applesauce cleans it up. Applesauce is going to get Ruby King. The res comes out from Hulk Hammer. There is an Angry Monkey from Stormgang on the point. Ethelred is on the break, dangerously low, although the bubble is clutch to save them. Poi is also an Angry Monkey. Ooh, grab comes out from Finley. Pulse Bomb also comes out. Pulse Bomb is gonna... Apple's gonna kill with Pulse Bomb? That must have been tossed to the grab and then he deflected that. That's actually pretty cool. I didn't know you could do that. I guess it's a projectile, so it counts. Oof. I don't know what's happening anymore. But it looks like they won. Nice job,
Score.
Chads.
0-3. Switching sides. Initiating.
Alrighty. Let's see. I mean, 3 points on Junkertown is nothing to scoff at with that time bank too. That is a pretty clean attack from the Chads. Looks like the swap of Poi over to the tank and Apple over to the DPS just favors them a little bit better. Let's see. What are they going to pull out for the defense though? Are they going to try the double bubble on defense?
Ready for battle.
Apple wants to do the Genji. Semiflon wants to do the Mercy, but we don't have a decision yet. I don't know. Are they going to do the double bubble? Lozu King's going to do the Zarya. Ooh,
Attackers
double shield.
in 30 seconds.
Double shield. Double shield with the Reinhardt. Okay, Sigma Rein. Oh, never mind. Sigma or Rein Orisa. Orisa is seeing a lot more playtime given the recent buff to her Fortify ability. We also have Hulk Hammer coming back on the Soldier, Rafti on the Baptiste. Looks like we're going into a double bubble with Ruby King on the Pharah. Let's start
5,
on
4,
Hulk Hammer's perspective and see what the Soldier can get.
1. Attackers incoming.
Early rocket. There is a pharmacy in the air, but you're going into a Soldier. Let's see if Hulk Hammer can try and control this pharmacy on the left. Stormic is in with the double bubble, as well as Sunless Fiber on the Genji forces Poi to drop. Ooh, nice charge. Almost kills him. Ooh, that bubble was clutch from Finley. Hulk Hammer does manage to get Ethelred. That means that Ruby King is by himself on this Pharah. Applesauce is going to get Finley, and Poi is going to Fire Strike kill Stormgig after the bubble wears off.
I'm with you.
Nice job, nice job. Alright. Let's see. Repositioning back on this high ground. White have any ultimates left? Storming is back in, but is going to be forced to drop. Ruby King does manage to get the pick on Semi Flying. That is no joke. That is one support down. Lamp is forced to save mostly just Baptiste. We are very close to a barrage here, almost at 90%. If they can get it, they can possibly clean it up. They do have a window on the other side. Window comes out to try and control this Pharah. Oop! Is going to die to Rofty on the Baptiste, as well as some extra healing for the tanks through the amplification window, wall, whatever you want to call it. Now, as they chase the SF Thunderbirds back into their spawn, they have an Earth Shatter now to play for. Poi does charge out of the bubble so that his sports can heal him. Semi-Flying is dangerously low. You're going to want to Valkyrie Semi-Flying. Valk comes out. Second too late to save. Hulk Hammer from Stormgig. Shatter comes out, although after the sleep, Poi is antied, although, but is going to get Finley before they die. Applesauce still alive with the blade. Justice reigns from above. Nano Barrage manages to kill Hulk Hammer after he casted his ultimate, and Ruby King is just going to clean up by the looks of things. Nice.
Clearing the area.
And it looks like Apple's just going to tactically reset. Ooh, never mind. He's just going to dance on this corner. He's going to dance. He's going to dance. Forcing them to come and deal with him, but then he finally just falls off the edge. Potentially staggering himself, but we'll see. Alright, Poi gets back to the point, but the ante is good, means that his team really can't support him. Nice sleep on Rofty in the window. Rofty is cleaned up by Ruby King on the far. Ante onto the Orisa means that she is literally just going to get cleaned up.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
I will not waste this opportunity.
Poi is here on the Reinhardt, but he is probably going to die to Stormgig. Alright, we have a Primal Rage, a Dragon Blade, and a Valk in play for the SF Thunderbirds. Meanwhile, we're going into a Dragon Blade Bongo. Oh, we saw a swap over to the Reaper from Hulk Hammer, trying to shoot the Pharmacy, but not really going to get a lot of value doing that. Oh, we also almost have Grab. Oop, Grab from Finley. Let's see if Sunless is going to use this Dragon Blade. He is, after the ante too. Bongo comes out. So does, oh my god, we have dueling Dragon Blades. Sunless gets 3 kills. Apple, oh that's not Apple. Apple got 1, I think. Maybe 2. Is still in the back line. But I, whoop. Nice. Poi does shatter. But Sunless Fiber gets nanoed? Yeah, we have a naked Nano Genji. As the man goes in. And it looks like the SF Thunderbirds are going to manage to clean this up. Hulk Hammer swapping off the Reaper over to the Ash. To try and control the Pharmacy. That is, oop, Applesauce is now going over to the Reaper. Okay.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
That is an unfortunate loss of ultimate charge if you were going to play the Reaper anyways. Right now it means that the Chads only have Valk in the tank. Meanwhile, we have both Grab, Primal, and Barrage on the side of the SF Thunderbirds. Let's see where Ruby sets up this Barrage. If they're playing right, they'll manage to... Ooh, we also have Poi going over to the Diva again to probably help with the Pharmacy. Oh, well, the... Oops, Sunless Fiber is going to go down to Applesauce on the Reaper with the assist from Lonesome King. Nice ante from Legend Lubu. Gets 3 of the Chads, but does get cleaned up by Poi and those Micro Rockets. Ethered also dies there. Finley's also, oop, almost close. They're low, and there is no support right now. Sunless Fiber is actually going to manage to clean up Applesauce and get a Dragon Blade and all that. Now they have 4 ultimates that they're going into. They also have Nano from here. Oop, nice ante. Is going to get the Ana, but it is lost. He's confused. He's dead. Hulk Hammer is probably going to get cleaned up here. Nope, Finley decides it's not worth chasing. It's going to beam down a wall for a hot second. Storming is going to Primal. Trying to chase. Primal grab. Barrage. 4 ultimates. Please win. Looks like they are going to win, although they're slowly grinding this out. Poi gets DMAxed after 70 flying dice. Applesauce is going to Death Blossom, but it isn't going to get anything. Poi is actually going to clean up Sunless Fiber, and it looks like they're backing up. Nano goes on to the Baby Diva. The Baby Diva. Baby Diva? Fuck. Where is it? Baby Diva. Nope. There we go. We do have a Diva Bomb. Bongo comes out from Lonesome King after Ethelred reses Legend Lubu. Bongo is destroyed. Nano Monkey is in your back line. And he's gonna get your Anna. Nerf this comes out from Poi. Is going to get 2. Nice job, Poi. But right now, it is just so much momentum in the favor of the SF Thunderbirds, with a Valk coming out from Sunless Fiber just to further stabilize the fight in the favor of their team. Storming with another Primal Rage here. Sunless Fiber also almost has Dragon Blade. Dragon becomes him. They grab Blade this. Is going to get 3 with that. 4 almost? Almost 4. And it is just Poi stalling for time. Although I think they're going to get it. Although Chads did finish with the better time bank. 2 minutes 42 seconds to the 1 minute and 1 second for the SF Thunderbirds.
3-3.
Alright. So we get to see more of Junkertown, which I know everyone's excited about.
Initiating match.
I don't know why it always puts you in the weirdest places, I swear, whenever you come back as spectator. Woo! Alright. So I believe, if I remember how Overwatch work, it is going to be Thunderbirds attacking first since they have the lower time bank.
Ready
I'm
for
correct.
battle.
Looks like they're going to stick to the same comp. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Meanwhile, it looks like we're going to have slight differences. Not so much different from what they stopped or finished the last round on, with
Attackers
Poi on the
incoming
Diva,
in
Lonesome King
30
on the Orisa,
seconds.
Applesauce on the Reaper. Hulkhammer is going to be on the McCree instead of the Ash, although with Rofty on the Baptiste. Semi-flying on the Mercy. I don't know about this comp. I'm gonna be real with you guys, I don't know. I don't know about this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Who knows? Maybe they'll prove me wrong. Maybe they'll prove me wrong. Let's start out on Ruby. Trying to get some early poke on this Pharah. Has at least spotted out the team comp, spotted out the McCree, spotted out the Orisa. Gets a lot of damage onto them. The dive is in from Sunless Fiber, and Stormy is going to manage to get Rofty with Sunless Fiber cleaning up Hulk Hammer. That is 2 down. Ooh, but Ruby King flies too low and is going to get picked by Poi. Let's see, who do we want to follow? Let's see if Applesauce can get an Applesauce dangerously low. Is going to be healed up by Send Me Flying after a little race for safety. Going to be back in. Dive is onto the Orisa in the back. Storm Gig is going to manage to clean up Applesauce. Lonesome King picking up Storm Gig. And it is just... oof. Valkyrie comes out from Send Me Flying to try and stabilize this team fight. 7 seconds left on this attack. I think the Chads have this. Brings out the pistol to prove her Mercy dominance. Or there, his, I don't know. Blade comes out from Sunless Fiber, but it isn't going to, it's only going to get Rofty, but Lonesome King is really low. Applesauce is here, although manages to get 2 Ruby King. Ooh! Death Blossom comes out. Poise low, heal that man. I can see you want to res. I can see you want to res, but heal your teammate. Heal your teammate. It's fine. It's overtime. They're not even here, I guess. Just padding the stats at this point.
Round 3 complete.
Nice. I mean, it was a minute. You're probably not going to push it through unless you have a really, really good first push on Junkertown. Past first point in under a minute. Like, I'm talking like 3 early picks, maybe.
Initiating match.
Let's see. I mean, SF could still draw this. They could hold it here. Depends on what they bring out for defense. let's see. What are they gonna pick for their defensive lineup?
Ready for
We're gonna do
battle.
double shield. Orisa Rhine with Ruby on the Bastion, Sunless Fiber on the Junkrat, Legend Lubu on the Baptiste, and Alpha on the Brigitte. It looks like we're gonna do a double bubble dive
Attackers
from
incoming in
the
30
Chengdu
seconds.
Chads. Alright. The Bastion. Oh, we're being sneaky, guys. We're being sneaky. Oh, they're gonna try and do a close hold. I mean, this makes sense. If you can get as many fights out of this where you give respawn time, it's honestly gonna be to your benefit. They're gonna try and set up right outside the spawn doors. They don't have anyone that can spot this. You want to be set up here. You want to be in turret form already when they come out. Turret form comes out. Immortality comes out super fucking early, although mostly for Stormgig, who gets antied immediately out of the dorm and is critically low. Oof, Ruby King gets poi. But they're already pushing the cart, guys. They're already pushing around the corner. It forces the team to reassess and reevaluate. They have to back up. Lonesome King managed to go out the right door and just push the cart. Applesauce gets 2 picks with the help of Rofty on the Ana. However, ooh, Dragonblade comes out, kills the lamp himself this time because he knows his teammate's not going to help him. And Apple manages to clean up Legend Luba with poi helping on the Baptiste. We are emoting on cart, guys. They are just that confident, but it's not quite over yet. The SF Thunderbirds can get a touch still. Stormig is in, immediately stunned when they get in. Applesauce is going to kill Ethelred, is going to kill Stormgig. Finley is back on the wrecking ball. Lamp comes out from Legend Lubu. And Hulkhammer is going to finally clean up Finley, and it looks like the Chads are going to take this map.
Victory.
Nice. 1-1, y'all. Looks like it's going to be an interesting game. Let's see who takes the pot.
Play of the game.
It's going to be Finley on the Zarya. Oh, this is the second grab of this fight too, by the way, if I remember correctly. Nice grab blade.
Triple kill.
High charge Zarya and a Dragon Blade. There was just no escaping that Graviton Surge. Nice job, Sunless Fiber. That's a lot of damage. That's also a lot of heal in semi-flying. And that's a lot of kill participation, boy. And you did something, Lonesome King. You sat on the cart. Not really your job, but that's nice. Alrighty. Let's go back. Oop, let's not go back. My numbers aren't the same. I wish they made this easier. Oop. Alrighty. We'll go here for now while I do a quick look at the chat. It is currently 1-1 with SF Thunderbirds being able to do a map pick. I believe it has to be a different map type though, so they can no longer pick an escort map. That means the maps available to them for this week 5 makeup game are going to be either a hybrid or an assault, which they can choose Anubis, Volskaya, Hanamura, or if they want to do hybrid, which is much more pleasant, let's be real, it's going to be Eichenwald Kings or Numbani. They have been favoring the double bubble, so maybe they'll go to Numbani. Oh, and it looks like we have a swap. Legend Lubu sitting this one out with it's a string of numbers and letters. Alright, here, I'm gonna hide the chat real quick, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But, like, what do I even call this person? How am I supposed to call out that they're... We should come up with a name for them. Clearly, they struggle with name selection. Let's help them out, chat. What do we want to call them? What name should we give them? Should we call them Steve? I think this player is Steve now. What do we think about Steve? I'll wait 40 seconds for you guys to reply, but I'm very, very much into the Steve nickname. I think it's a classic. Nothing can go wrong with that. Alright, unhide chat until they ask me for the ready. I'm just gonna R whenever. Teams, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna R up and then hide chat so that you guys can look at this. Whoop! Alright, so let's exit the studio mode. Let's look at Steve. Oh, it looks like we're gonna be going to King's Row! Scrim's Row! There's a diamond tank coming in. Steve, it looks like, plays mostly Reinhardt. Alright. I see your suggestion, Kahlua, but I like Steve much better for this player, for several reasons. Alright.
Initiating match.
King's Row, probably one of the favorite Overwatch map of the community. Like, you can't go wrong with King's Row, can you? Very attack-favored map, a nice brawl map. Probably going to see some really good Rein Zarya play here. I don't know what you bring out for support, although Ruby King was doing pretty good on the Fair earlier. Sunless Fiber was on the Genji, but it looks like he's going to go over to the Reaper. And it looks like the Chads are going to pull out the double bubble on King's Row, not the Rein Zarya. Interesting. Looks like Steve is going to be on the Reinhardt here with Stormgate on the Zarya, Ruby King on the McCree, and Sunless Fiber on the Reaper. Finley on swapping off of the tank role onto the support role with the Baptiste and Ethelred on the Lucio. Double bubble here from Poi and Lonesome King with Applesauce on the Genji, Hulk Hammer on the McCree, Send Me Flying on their Mercy, and Rofty on the Ana. Let's stick with Poi for the start and see where this dive goes.
1. Attackers incoming.
Alright.
Defend objective A.
They're peeking, they're going forward, taking a lot of damage. Bubble has to come out early. Oof, oof. Reinhardt's asleep, but the Reaper is pushing up. Where do you dive this team? They're just gonna go straight in. Both bubbles come in. Lamp has to come out from Finley. Steve is going to get Applesauce. Poi has to jump out after that. Almost have a shatter from Steve Stormgate cleaning up Hulk Hammer. Is very low. Poi is going to Primal Rage. Just kind of running around, jumping. Does manage to get it. Ruby King gets the kill onto Rofty. Stormgate gets the kill onto Poi with 70 flying, rezzing Rofty. But not much. You are already down too many players. They are being very aggressive, pushing up past the main choke here. They have a shatter. Ooh, Ruby King. Applesauce swapping over. Ooh, Applesauce swapping over to the pharmacy. Manages to get Ruby King on the McCree. Lamp comes out, but it is not enough to save him. Shatter comes out from Steve. Stormgate getting 2 picks off of that shatter. Hulk Hammer does manage to get Finley, although, and Rez comes out from 70 flying onto Applesauce. Graviton Surge comes out immediately after the Rez, pins Lonesome King out of it. Nano comes out onto Applesauce. We have a Nano Pharah. Death Blossom from Sunless Fiber. That's not Sunless Fiber. Sunless Fiber on 12 HP. Does manage to get 4, although, with Applesauce getting Ethelred. Chads is going to be able to start this next push, although with a grab barrage potentially. Let's see where they choose to set up this barrage. They do have beats from Ethelred on the side of that, but it might not be enough to save them. Ooh, they're just gonna win a barrage. Barrage gets 2. With Poi getting an additional 2, Rest comes out from 70 flying, and it looks like the Chads will get that push, and they manage to keep the grab and the Primal Rage. They still, this SF Thunderbirds still do have a beat for this grab, and I don't know what you're gonna combo with it right now. They're kind of out of good. They could just send the monkey into it. Well, see, Ruby King does have the High Noon playing with his team right now, not really looking to set things up. Poi's just peeking this corner here, forced to drop the bubble and then bounce out. High Noon gets sped around the corner. Shatter! High Noon gets one. The Shatter is going to get the rest with an assist from Sunless Fiber on the damage as Steve just pushes to the spawn doors. Applesauce is in the back trying to chuck some rockets in the back line, but is kind of stuck alone out here. Does almost have Barrage, could potentially make something happen. Is going to grab some health
Health restored.
and then potentially wait for his team. Let's see. Primal coming out from Poi is going to try and get Ruby King in this corner. Ooh, they all come in to deal with the monkey. Sunless Fiber is going to manage to deal with him. The Graviton Surge does come out. And Justice reigns from above. Applesauce both grabs come out. Beat and lamps on both sides. But the SF Thunderbirds managed to capitalize much more on the grab. And the Chengdu Chads are forced to back out and regroup. Steve doing a lot of work on this Reinhardt. Ruby King coming back on the Echo instead of the McCree to try and offer some aerial support. We do have Window Death Blossom here. I wonder if you could set up the window, as you probably could as such, so that the Reaper kind of like dances through it. So that you could like provide the damage support. Like I imagine if you put the window in the middle of the enemy team and have the Reaper just kind of charge through, it'll just sort of like clean up. That'd be cool. Almost have a Shatter here too. Echo is immediately going to die. Ruby King on the Echo to Applesauce. Sunless Fiber is going to manage to get two, although with a lot of support. Res comes out from 70 flying. That is an amazing res to pull off considering it is in the middle of the enemy team, but it's not really worth much considering you just feed Hulk Hammer's additional 200 HP to the enemy team's ultimate bank. And you burn that 30-second cooldown, which is not exactly ideal. We have a Shatter, we have a grab, we have a window on the side of SF Thunderbirds. We have a window and almost a barrage on the side of the Chengdu Chads. Looks like we have a little aerial duel going on over here. Barrage is almost here. Ooh, they're going to try and grab Barrage. It gets one, it gets two, but isn't. Ooh, Res comes out for Applesauce, but after Ruby King kills him, Stormy is going to kill Poi in just the grab. Window also to help clean it up. I think Hulk Hammer is dead there. Yeah, Ethelred supporting his Reinhardt, but doesn't manage to save him from Lonesome King, who is a high charge Zarya on this point. As it looks like, ooh, Applesauce. Nope, Applesauce is going to die as soon as I say his name after getting 2 picks, but Lonesome King is still here to push the cart
60 seconds
through the streets phase. Hulk Hammer swapping to the Hanzo.
I'm taking care of you.
Your favorite map, and it got taken out yesterday. I don't know what map you're talking about, Kalula, but I imagine it was when I was talking about maps. This delay is a little rough for interacting with the chat, but it's understandable. Poi is going to Primal Rage to try and keep them off the cart. Sunless Fiber manages to Wraith to try and keep their Shatter comes out from Steve. Hulk Hammer does clean up Sunless Fiber. They're stalling this out. Only 20 seconds. Apple on the Pharah. Justice reigns from above is going to immediately return. Ooh, spawn? No. Finley, Ethelred, Apple. Apple's still here. Alright. Into the last, got a minute 30 right now. We're into the last. Hulk Hammer does get the pick on Ruby King, who has swapped over to the Hanzo to try and counter Hulk Hammer. No ultimates on the side of the Chads, but we do have a Graviton Surge coming up. Applesauce is going to get the pick onto Finley, but Steve is going to clean up Poi. We have a Reaper in the backline. Rav coming out from Stormgig. They are going to clean up right now. It is just the pharmacy here with Poi alive, trying to get out. Applesauce is dangerously low, has to back up. They're trying to, ooh, nope, they clean him up. You abandoned your Pharah, said me flying. You abandoned him. Under a minute now to push this cart through the rest of King's Row. They have Shattered Dragons on the side of SF Thunderbirds, and they have a Graviton Grab Dragon, the legendary combo on the side of the Chengdu Chads. It's going to be who can grab first. Let's look at Lonesome King and see where they decide to push it. We're getting down to the 30-second mark. We need to start hitting the W key, y'all.
30 seconds remaining.
It really is on Lonesome King right now. He needs to press Q. Q happens. It's a good grab. Dragon consumes you. Kill the limb. Kill the limb. Enemy dragon comes out. Is going to manage to get Hulk Hammer. And then it's just just the beat and the lamp, they managed to outlast. I don't know if that was a bad dragon and it didn't line up quite all the way, or just the beat and the lamp combo meant that they survived. That is so unfortunate. They're not going to win this. Oof.
Not bad, old man.
All right.
Score 0-2. Switching sides.
All right, all right. Well,
Initiating match.
let's see how they do on the defense. Almost got it, but not quite. That was a really good support play right there that kind of just saved the Thunderbirds. Collective hides. So good job Finley and Ethelred there for that 1-2 combo to nullify the Grab Dragon.
Ready for battle.
Looks like we're going to have a defensive pharmacy here. Interesting, with Hulkhammer on the McCree. Instead of the double bubble, it looks like we're going to try and do the Rhine Zarya.
Attackers incoming
Rofty
in
still hasn't made a
30
decision
seconds.
on what they want to play. Looks like it's going to be a Lucio. That is a little bit of a low healing lineup. Especially if you're doing the pharmacy where the Pharah is being solely pocketed like by the Mercy, which is kind of what you want. You really probably want a Baptiste there to support the Rhine Zarya, because otherwise it's just not enough heal for the Brawl.
5,
Well,
4,
let's see where Steve decides to go.
2, 1. Attackers incoming.
All better.
Defend objective.
Alright, fire strikes are exchanged. Poise is better. As far as just fucking Thames is going to manage to pick Ruby King. You're down a player. They're kind of stuck. Do we back out? Do we go in? They're going to choose to back out. But they didn't all get the memo. Oh, Finley's dangerously low. Finley is going to get picked by Applesauce on this pharmacy. Ruby is low again. Applesauce just kind of having a field day, pretty much uncontested in the air right now. We'll see if they make some swaps onto a hit scan potentially to try and deal with this pharmacy, or if they're just going to put it on Finley and Ruby King to try and pop off.
Thanks for the assist.
I'm going to try and get in close.
Justice reigns from above.
Justice reigns from afar. Doesn't manage to get anything with the barrage. Window comes out from Finley. Finley is going to get the kill onto Poi after Poi kills Stormgig. But Applesauce is still here, is going to manage to pick Steve. And it's just uncontested. No one is looking at this man in the air. Misses the second follow-up rocket onto Sunless. Ruby is going to try and 1v1 the Pharah, but it's not, you're just not 1v1ing the Pharah, you're also 1v1ing her Mercy. Lamp comes out to try and save Ruby King. That is an early lamp. Rofty is going to go and kill the lamp in the middle of the enemy team spawns. We also have a Shatter from Poi. Shatter comes out and gets blocked, but Steve does go down to Poi. Ethelred is going to kill Poi. Rocket Barrage incoming. Applesauce does manage to get one pick this time with the Barrage, but Stormgig is on high charge and no mercy. And is going to just clean up the enemy team. They do have the Grab Dragon combo. Rofty does have the beat to counteract that, but if that is not timed well, you can still manage to burn through it. They also almost have a Shatter from Steve. Actually, they almost have all their ultimates on the side of the SF Thunderbirds. We do almost have Rav on the side of the Chengdu Chads with a High Noon as well. Rav comes out. Dragon consumes him. Ruby King dies in the animation, still manages to get two even in death. Applesauce gets another pick in the backline on Ethelred. Is still presenting a problem here to the enemy team, but the Mercy abandons him. Mercy comes back just in time to save his ass. Zarya is forced to back off. Rofty. Ooh, Stormgate's dangerously low. Ooh, Applesauce is playing the ground fair right now. Forced the lamp out before the fight even started. That's good. Is kind of playing over these rooftops. Shatter comes out from Poi. Justice Reigns from and die. Both getting two triple kills, but that is going to favor the attackers. Who's alive? Steve is still alive. Sunless is still alive. Sunless is facing the Pharaoh, although that's not super great, but Steve is on the point. Steve is pushing the point. The point, Apple. Apple finally realizes that there is a cart, in fact, he has to play around. Luckily, Poi gets back to remind him in time. Lamp comes out to save Steve. Lamp dies, and then Steve dies shortly after. Poi is in. And charging. Doesn't get anything, but is going to smack Stormgate with the hammer until he's dead. I don't know how well this is going to work out for him. It's, oh god, don't let him get the health pack. He gets the health pack. Luckily, Send Me Flying peels for Poi. That was close. Alright, SF Thunderbirds have a Graviton Surge as well as a Window and Beat. Meanwhile, they're pushing into another Graviton Surge from Lonesome King and then a Valkyrie from Send Me Flying, although Apple does almost have the Barrage here.
Thanks for the assist.
They can probably grab Barrage here. Rav comes out from Stormgate. They're going to defensively barrage. The window comes out, but everyone is dead. That was an excellent positioning by Applesauce to hide around the corner while he barrages to prevent the enemy team from getting any damage onto him at all. And then it's just going to clean up. Truly, just picking up the rest of Chad's on his shoulders and just carrying them. Also used Valkyrie in that fight just to make sure that none of the team died in the grab. We have a Shatter almost here, as well as coming up on the high noon. Beat comes out aggressively from Methyl Red, but it is shattered around the corner. Are they going to get any picks on the Shatter? Applesauce does manage to pick Ruby King. Shatter comes out from Steve, but is expertly blocked by Poi. We're going to pin Finley into the mailbox and smack him there. Sunless Fiber is going to die to Hulk Hammer as the Chads just clean up this fight just before second point. We are entering, ooh, aggressive charge, sir. Ruby King is going to manage to get the pick onto Rofty. That is a backup moment. Res comes out, although for Rofty, nice res. 60 seconds remaining. This is getting into the nervous territory. Double bubble, Dragon comes out, Beat to counter the Dragon. Applesauce has the barrage, is managed to going to get Ruby King as well as Lamp. Poi is going to get Sunless Fiber. Hulk Hammer is going to press Q. We all pressed Q. Poi almost has a shatter here again. Send Me Flying is going to get the pick onto Stormgig. They're going to speed into their spawn. Ruby King on the Pharah now at the last 30 seconds. No mercy for that man. Finley almost has a window. Sunless Fiber has the Death Blossom, but if they get shattered here, can they even get into cart? Lots of poke damage. We did see the Reaper on the right side. Reinhardt has been spotted. Shatter into the bubble. The lamp does get out. Rav comes out, and Death Blossom from Sunless Fiber. Nice. That is an excellent play set up by them, and I do think it is OT. Poi is on the cardinal though, and he's pressing M1 skillfully as fuck. And he manages to clean up with the help of Applesauce. And it looks like the Chads will take King's Row. Nice job, Chengdu Chads. Let's see who gets to play the game. It's going to be Stormgig. We've seen a lot of Zarya plays tonight. I think we had one on Junkertown too. I don't remember who had to play the game on Oasis. Oh, it's an alt cancellation. The tree does not protect you. It does not count as hard cover, Applesauce. Unfortunate. Oh, that's 2 saves. Storm getting 22k, 38%. That's not a lot of healing. But that's a lot of damage from Apple. Holy guacamole. Chads up 2-1. Nice job. All right. Let's go and sit here real quick while we load up the next map. It is going to be San Francisco Thunderbirds map pick. Again, they can pick, it has to be Assault at this point. So it's going to be of Anubis, Volskaya, Hanamura. Because no one likes playing Lunar Colony or Paris, so we banned them. Alright, let's unhide the chat. Nice, nice. Alrighty. I'm gonna take a sip of water. Woof. Whew. Ugh, lots of talking. Lots of talking to myself alone in my apartment with my 2 cats. Alright, looks like we had a quick restart from Stormgig. We're still waiting for a map pick. Let's see, let's see. Is there anything in the chat? They're missing their carry. Who is their carry? Is it... Okay, I'm guessing it's Nakashima, because you're adding him in my chat. Possibly, possibly. We don't know. Oh, it's nice to see we actually have a lot of people watching the stream. That's exciting. Look at all of you. Allie, Anime, I don't know half of you. I know some of you. Explode, I know. I've talked to Explode, I think, a total of once. GX Shattering, I casted your games. Holdini, I've spoken to before. Lao, I have spoken to before. Oh, Poi's also in here, even though he's also in the game. Pay attention to your game, not the stream, Poi. Reckless, I know. Ruhei, who actually made these wonderful graphics. Oh, and, well, not, I think this one, but, like, this one? Hold on, let's see. This one. Yeah. That's Ruhei. They're very impressive. I enjoy them quite a lot. All right. Looks like we are going to be going to Volskaya Industries. I'm going to give GG Gamer the R from the casters so that I can hide the chat and swap over to Overwatch for y'all. All right. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So it looks like no swaps again from SF or Chengdu. So we'll see what they pull out on Volskaya Industries. I'm guessing Apple's gonna play the Pharah because it just kind of like destroyed SF the last map. It doesn't look like they really have a hit scan that can deal with him, so I would kind of just stick to the Pharah, and not do anything to change that. Poi also looking pretty good on the Reinhardt, which honestly I didn't expect from him. I thought he was more of a Winston player and sort of a meh Reinhardt. But Ryan enough to take this team, apparently. This is match point for Chengdu Chads. If they take Volskaya Industries, they take this game, which I think is actually going to be the first W for the Chads in a while. Let's look at the score. When was the Chads' last W? Do, 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 do. Season 5? So they lost week 1, they lost week 2, didn't play week 3, lost week 4. So this would be their first W, I think. Hold on. Let me look at the actual like roster sheet instead of just the Discord score thingies. Yeah, I think this would be the Chad's first W. It's history in the making, guys. Alright, what's happening? What's up? Who are we waiting for? What's the issue here? SF is taking a timeout. Ah, shit. I don't know if I'm allowed to say shit on Twitch. Fuck. Well, I gotta stall for time now. Oh, God. What do you guys, I don't know, what do you guys want to talk about? What are the kids into these days? I'm a little older than the average age of 12 in MOWL. I know Fortnite was big, but that seems to have fallen off. Minecraft was cool for a bit, then Minecraft fell off again. What's the new hotness? What's the new thing the kids are just like losing their goddamn minds over these days? I don't know. What do kids play? Here, let's ask Google. What do kids do these days? What do kids do these days? What are the So the first response on this Google search is what are the kids from ages 4 to 12 doing these days? Very specific. Oh, this is oh, this is from 3 years ago. I was about to say these are some really dated responses. Oh God. Ooh, 10 things today that kids do that their parents didn't. What? Apparently you do yoga in schools. I did yoga in high school. I don't think that's new. When was this article published? When were you published? No, you cannot track me via cookies. Kindercare. Learn how to ride bikes without training wheels. That just seems dangerous. Did you guys not have training wheels on your bikes? Is that a thing now? Like, why? What happened? Is it like a status thing that you learned without training wheels? Like you didn't need it? I feel like you would just eat shit a lot more if you didn't know have the training wheels to learn. See all of their baby and toddler pictures in one place on Facebook. Yeah, that's a thing. That's always been creepy to me. Like when I see my friends who have kids and they post pictures of their babies, and it's like your baby is going to grow up and that photo's still going to be there like 20 years down the line. And they're going to have to deal with the fact that, like, potentially their significant other could just, like, Facebook search your page and you could Facebook stalk your significant other all the way to infancy. It's very creepy. What are your pronouns? I go by she, her. But I also don't mind they. I really don't personally care. Like, I consider myself a woman, but I'm also not that into the whole gender binary thing. It seems like some bullshit to me. Um, What else does this article say? None of this article is actually that interesting. I don't know. Kids. What do kids do these days? Ugh. I don't know what the new hot game is. What do we see people playing? Let's go through MOWL. Let's go through MOWL and see what people are doing. Lots of people playing Overwatch. Oop! Never mind, the game is starting.
Traveling to Volskaya Industries.
Oh, looks like we did have a swap with Nakashima coming in for Ruby King.
Initiating match.
See what they pick on Volskaya Industries. Let's go say hi to Zarya first. Sup, boo? It doesn't look that good. It gets worse the closer you get. Decent, bad. Decent, bad. Decent, bad. Giant mechas. What kind of... I'm sorry. I just realized. What kind of factory
Ready
has
for
just like a
battle.
castle? Like a little weird mini palace. Just on the grounds. Like, is this supposed to be... like, and it's on like a weird island too. Because this river goes all the way around.
30 seconds.
Like, there's no end in sight.
Natural selection.
So they just did, was the castle on this island first and then they built the factory next to the castle, or did someone build a castle next to a factory? These are the questions Jeff and the lore people at Blizzard need to answer for us. Alright, anyways, it looks like we have a double bubble coming out from SF Thunderbirds with Nakashima on the Pharah, Sunless Fiber on the Genji, Finley on the Ana, and Ethelred on the Mercy, countered by another double bubble from Poi and Lonesome King. Applesauce on the Pharah, Hulk Hammer on the McCree, 70 Flying on the Mercy, and Rofty on the Lucio. I can already tell you one team has more healing than the next. Let's see if they get picks fast enough on the side of Chengdu Chaz, it shouldn't matter too much. Steve seems to be struggling to get a pick. It sounds like Applesauce is already in the back line, taking the duel with Naki. Manages to get the pick onto Naki. Don't go for the res. Ethelred is going to go for the res. Is going to get picked. Nice shot on Sunless there. Oh, shit. And it looks like just Apple's just going to clean this team up. Holy shit, Apple. What did you just wake up today and decide that you were going to roll the SF Thunderbirds? Like, what happened, man? Damn. have a barrage here from Applesauce. So they're going to go around far right maybe and try and poke. Nope, has spotted Naki. Is going to take the aerial duel yet again, but is very low, has to boop out. Gets healed up by the Mercy. Poi managing to get a pick on Finley, but isn't going to manage to get out. Steve does have the Primal Rage, is going to Angry Monkey get up. Semi-Flying does manage to res Poi in the time that the Angry Monkey is out. Hulk Hammer is going to clean up. Poi low again, is going to get the Mega, is going to become an Angry Monkey himself. Hulk Hammer is also going to pull out the High Noon, going to clean up Nakashima. Finley does get the pick onto Hulk Hammer, and then the Barrage just to clean up and confirm none of this 2CP stall business, although Steve is back on the Wrecking Ball, is already dangerously low. Can they get the second tick? They got the second tick. Ethelred fades onto the point. Sunless Fiber. Justice rains from above, or more likely from the side. To be accurate, Naki is immediately cleaned up by Lonesome King. Poi is just holding M1 down at this point and trying to clean up this point. As the stall, no one can get this ball. Stun him. You have, oh, you don't have a pre-Hulk Hammer, came back on the soldier. A little more progress, a little assistance with Naki. Let's go over to Applesauce sleeping on the job. Nano Monkey is out for the defense, manages to get Rofty, is going to get res by Semi-Flying. Some beautiful res is coming out from Semi-Flying, is going to get picked by Stormgig, although for that res. Stormgig does die to Applesauce, Sunless Fiber as well, and now it's just an attempt to kill the ball. Boops back the Moira. Moira is going to fade onto point. My god. Angry Monkey, and they take it. 3 minutes and 57 seconds. Sweet.
Score 0-2.
Thank you, the great Zai. I also appreciate, I think Overwatch is really hard to follow in the full spectate. Like, when you're reviewing, like, for map review or VOD review, it's nice to see where everything's going, but it's just a lot on screen for everyone else. And it's always nice to highlight the individual players. So, I like to give them that. Alright, we have the defense from the Chads now. They're definitely starting to find their feet here. I think Applesauce is really just loving this Pharah right now. Yeah, I don't think they're going to change too much up, but it looks like the Thunderbirds are going to try and retaliate with a double flyer comp with the Echo Pharah. Ethelred going on to the Lucio.
Attackers incoming in
And
30
Finley on the
seconds.
Mercy now. I think that was swapped earlier. Or no, Finley was on the Baptiste, I believe. And Ethelred was on the Mercy. Let's see how this goes. We're gonna let's start with Nakashima. And see how this aggressive
4, 3, 2,
You should be a
1.
Pharah gets. Golden Gun Pharah is going to try and just shoot the people on the high ground. Doesn't manage to get anything quite yet. As we just chuck some rockets, gonna boop ourselves in.
I will not waste this opportunity.
Taking some rockets in the side from Applesauce. But is that enough to clean it up? You really need... Ooh, it is enough to clean him up. Steve on the Diva, too. Sunless 10 HP on this Echo is going to get cleaned up. Damn. Applesauce just doing better at dog fighting, I would say, than Nakashima. Which is a skill. Like, you can be a Pharah that, you can be a Pharah that's really good, but not really good at taking the, like, Pharah v Pharah duels, which is what dogfighting is when I refer to that. And I think Naki's just struggling with this Pharah v Pharah duel, because it looks like Applesauce just has his fucking number. Or her. I don't know who Naki is. Nakashima. Is that the person? That's the important person in MOWL, right? There's a Nakashima, or a Naki that's on council. I don't know if this is the same one. Naki does manage to get a pick. Naki has managed to clean up Applesauce. Stormgig is also on this point. Is going to clean up Semi-Flying. Right now it's just Lonesome King. Doesn't manage to even get out to point to stall it out.
Hello.
Alright. Alright, let's see. We have barrages almost on both sides. Let's see. We also almost have a shatter from Poi. Almost a primal from Storking, and we're coming up on Diva Bomb. Valkyrie. Ooh, barrage. Primal comes out from Storking. High Noon immediately eats a barrage. Justice rains from above. Applesauce does manage to clean up Nakashima. Window comes out. Nerf this. Ooh, Nakashima is going to follow up with Steve to kill Rofty. Stormgang is just cleaning people up. Hulk Hammer comes back, but not in time to save it. Oh my goodness, this voice line is so fucking obnoxious. Why is it every player who clicks over to Diva just immediately is like, I'm going to become the most annoying piece of shit in the game, and spam voice lines over and over and over again. Nice res onto Naki from Finley. Applesauce is back, but at this point I think the attackers have this point. They are just snowballing without a really big ultimate to clear them off. This is going to be very difficult. It looks like we're going to be on Volskaya for the foreseeable future, my friends, as I think SF Thunderbirds probably have this. They are stalling it out pretty easily well. The goal right now is to try and drain the time bank as much as possible so that the next time that they see this, it's going to be less time. Ethelred gets 2 on the Lucio, and Poi is cleaned up. Steve almost has Diva Bomb, probably just going to drop that in the middle of the point, or just save it for whenever they need to rematch. Just going to drop it in the middle of the point to ensure the capture. We are now down to 2 minutes and 2 minutes 29 seconds for the Chads.
Score 2-2.
Alright, alright. Welcome to Volskaya Industries and 2CP in general, as we will go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Well, it looks like SF Thunderbirds do not want to give this up to the Chads. Let's see if we can go, my god, to another map. After this, it would be back to Control. If the Thunderbirds manage to win this, I believe it would be a Control of the Chad's choice.
Ready for battle.
Interesting. Hog Sigma. Applesauce on the Pharah.
Attackers
Hulk Hammer on the
incoming in
Reaper.
30 seconds.
Let's see, let's see. Alright. We have the dive coming out from Steve on the Diva, Stormgig on the Winston. Nakashima is going to swap over to the Doomfist, it looks like.
5, 4,
Alright.
3,
Never mind, Nakashima's back on the Pharah.
1.
Let's start on Nakashima's POV.
Defend objective A.
Boosts up. Spots them on the high ground, hopefully communicates the composition to the team. Rofty's getting extremely low there, is going to have to heal themselves up, use that cooldown. Ducks inside, recover. Dive is there onto the Reaper. Lamp comes out, Lamp is killed. Poi is going to get Stormgate, but Sunless Fiber is going to get Lonesome King. And it looks like the attackers have just cleaned this up. The dive is good. Nice shot by Nakashima there. Takes advantage of the fact that Semi-Flying had to leave the Pharah to go over for the res and win the duel. This Sigma is just going to get cleaned up. It's not enough. And they are probably going to get this first point. Are they going to try and contest? Poi is on. I don't think they can contest. Not this first point. Lonesome King swapping over to the Diva off of this Sigma. Looks like Rofty's just trying to stall a little bit.
Objective A captured.
But now it is time for point B. We almost have a Barrage, we almost have a Dragon Blade, we almost have a Valkyrie, we almost have a lot of ults on the side of the SF Thunderbirds. Meanwhile, the only thing we really have coming up is Applesauce's Barrage. Whoop! But Nakashima's dead to Applesauce. Applesauce is going to get Ethelred, Hulk Hammer's going to get Finley. Steve does manage to pick Rofty, but there is no support for this tank line anymore.
60 seconds.
60 seconds remaining. There's 1 minute. We have a Barrage. We have a Valk now. Tactical reset from Steve. have almost 5 ultimates although on the side of SF Thunderbirds. Meanwhile, I think we're only potentially gonna have 3 on the side of Chengdu Chads. We'll see. Oh, this barrage has to be big. Diva Bomb comes in to force them off point. It's gonna get Rofty. Blade comes in. Justice reigns from above from Naki. Is going to clean up Naki. Applesauce has to barrage. He can't. He gets killed before he can do it. The Blade is good. It gets 2, and the tanks are there. I think they have this. They just had more ultimates in the tank. You just got out queued. That fight on point A, that just long stall and failure to clean up, coming back to bite you in the ass. Can they stall it out and clean this up? It is overtime if they manage to get SF. Oop. Finley had the go. Oof. That is a rough moment for a pause. I mean, let's see. Poi is on dangerously low health and ulting. I don't think, does Sunless have deflect? I can't even change perspectives with this, so I can't see if Sunless has deflect. If Sunless has deflect, Poi is probably dead here. Naki's back on the Tracer. That sucks because that's ult charge. And, I mean, actually, this may give Chad this at 2 ticks. They may not be able to claim point B off this. They might have had it before, but now they're down to a 5-man. And if Finley comes back in the spawn. And that might be enough time for Chads to try and clean up off the point. Poi is here, but so low. I don't know if he's going to survive. We can see Rofty. Oop. Finley's back. Restart. Poi is dead there. 70 Flying is dead. We have the ball here stalling. Rofty just gets cleaned up. Hulk Hammer's here on the Reaper, also going to get cleaned up by Steve. Tracer's here to touch, but Tracer has to recall out. Back to touch again. Cleaned up, and never mind, they're going to take the point without Finley. Unneeded, unnecessary support player. Damn.
Score.
And we go again. Marvel Skya. I hate 2CP so much. I hate it so much. This is a lot. I mean, I guess it's interesting gameplay to watch, and it's like nail biter. But like, I'm just like. Also, like, what river is this supposed to be? Do we know? I can actually go. Wait, I can go way out here. I can go so far out here. I'm in the void. Can I go in the water? No, that's the. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Well, that's an image. I love going through the maps and finding out what looks terrible. Alright. Looks like we're going to keep the slightly the same comp. This time, Ethelred's going to go over to the Mercy. Finley's going to go on to the Anna. With the Diva Winston, Naki on the Pharah, and Sunless Fiber on the Genji. Doing double bubble from the Chads with Applesauce on the Pharah, Hulk Hammer on the McCree, Semi Flying on the Mercy, and Rofty on the Baptiste. Let's see where Applesauce chooses to go with this aggressive Pharah play. Ooh, Ethelred already really low. They can't get the follow-up rocket. The natural born passive healing coming out. We're fighting in the sky. We're fighting in the sky. We're missing rockets in the sky. In the meantime, Steve manages to pick Rofty, Poi manages to pick Sunless Fiber, Nakashima manages to get Hulk Hammer. This is attacker favor spawns, but oh, that was so close to being a second rocket. That was a nice defense matrix from Steve. We're 46% to barrage, almost have a Valkyrie as well. Chucking some rockets. Spotted Finley in the back. They're low. Can we get on Finley? Poi is in there. Lamp comes out to save Poi. Manages to kill Finley. That is a great pick for the attackers, but Rofty does go down. Hulk Hammer manages to get Nakashima. Oh god. Where's the Mercy? The Mercy's rezzing? Ethelred's rezzing. Poi manages to get Ethelred. Applesauce is going to get cleaned up by Steve. Nakashima is going to get Lonesome King. Poi is an angry monkey on the point, but I think he's by himself. I don't know if this was a good decision, my man. Nakashima is going to get picked. Rafti is back on the Lucio, but doesn't manage to do anything. 60 seconds remaining. We do have a Valkyrie here. Heroes never die. We're back in with the Winston. Finley dies again to Applesauce, who almost has this barrage. Has the barrage. If they can save it for the second point, that would be great. Diva's almost out of mech. Get the Mercy. Mercy's dead. That was a nice shot. For the love of God, get the Diva so that she can stop spamming me. I am going to squelch Steve's chat after this game, because that is annoying as fuck. Applesauce dies again. Diva bomb. Oh, we didn't nerf this. We're saving it for second point. I guess we're giving this up? It looks like we're giving that up. Still have the barrage also. We have managed to stall it to 14 seconds. Do they get time still? I don't think they get time still on this thing. Alright. Hawk Hammer coming back on the Soldier instead of the Ash. Dragon Nanoblade in. Justice reigns for blood on both sides. Applesauce takes out Naki after he takes out Hulk Hammer, although Steve gets the pick onto Lonesome King, and Ethelred is going to res Nakashima. Semi-Flying gets the pick onto Finley. Diva Bomb comes in from Steve. Is going to clean up the point as we stall it out, and it looks like the SF Thunderbirds are going to take Volskaya, and we will be going to another map.
Victory.
Nice, nice, nice. Alright.
Play of the game.
Play of the game goes to Applesauce. That's Ethelred trying to go for the res onto the Pharah. Unwise with the enemy Pharah, still present. Just cleans up the team on point A. Nice job, Applesauce. 43 eliminations. Alright. It is 2-2 here on the Thunderbirds versus the Chengdu Chads. All right. We'll see. It still could almost be the first win, Anime Saint. And Nightbot strikes again. I love it when Nightbot just snipes someone out of the chat. Hi, cat. What do you want? Hello. All right. Let me unhide the chat in case they're asking. All right. So it is Chad's map pick. It is any control map that is not Oasis. I'm just gonna say R whenever. It looks like we are going to Nepal. And then I'm gonna hide chat. Nepal is actually because this is a week 5 game, because this game was delayed. I think the Chads are actually playing 2 games, or is it the Thunderbirds that are playing 2 games? One of these teams is playing 2 games. The Chads are playing 2 games this week. They're also playing tomorrow. Lau's going to be casting that game versus Seattle. So we will see how this goes. Nepal is the starting control map for the current week 6 game, if you're confused. But let's see where we go. All right. Looks like we got no swaps on the side of San Francisco Thunderbirds. I don't think Chengdu can make swaps. I think that this is their only team here. All right. Whoop. All right. Are we doing... Okay, we're doing a short bio break, which is fair. Cat, you can't be on the desk right now. Say hello to my cat. Say hello to the stream. I don't know if you guys can hear that. But is the Chad's logos the guy's front or back? It is the back. You can see it better here. On the screen. But yeah, it's their back. So they're like flexing and you're looking at the back of their flex. Yeah, 2-2 here. Yeah. All right. So these teams, they started wanting to play Brawl, and then they swapped to really favoring the double bubble with Poi on the tank and Applesauce on the DPS. My guess would be they're going to do double bubble again. Oop, looks like Applesauce is maybe going to try a restart. I don't know. Nepal's a pretty good map for Brawl. I guess it depends on what map segment you get. So it depends on what you want to play, but like Village is pretty Brawl friendly. Shrine is kind of Ryan Zarya, but you can run the dive there. I don't know. Sanctum is weird. You probably don't want to run Brawl on Sanctum. It's too much of a boop map. Let's see. All right, Applesauce swapping accounts. Apparently, that was his bad account. Is he a different SR on this account, and that's why they asked him to swap? Ooh, yeah. Hit Masters. Oof.
Traveling
Into
to
Nepal we go. We're going to be starting out on Village. Also, like,
Initiating match.
who brings, like, why are there 2 bikes here? There are 3 bikes. Oh, that's not a bike, that's a wood pile. Where's the fire, although, for the wood pile? And the hay! What eats hay up here? Do we have a yak? Oh, there's a 3 bike. Like, the items in, oh yeah, we can go into Genji's room. I guess that's kind of cool. Ooh, that also looks bad up close.
Ready for
I do have my graphics on low, so this isn't like the best. Oh, it's so cute. They're brothers. Oh well. Don't know who the bikes are for. Don't know who the hay is for. Assuming they have yaks, but I don't know why a robot civilization would cultivate domestic animals, given that they don't really need to eat. Maybe for fun?
5,
I mean, maybe you have a pet
4,
yak.
3.
Anyways, it looks like we're going to have double bubble with Naki on the Pharah, Sunless
Round
Fiber on the
1.
Genji,
Capture the
Finley on the
objective.
Ana, Ethelred on the Mercy, going into the double bubble from Chad's with Applesauce, on the Pharah, Hulkhammer on the Soldier, Send Me Flying on, ooh, Hulkhammer's already going to get the pick onto Naki. That is a nice pick from Hulkhammer. Dive is in on both sides, Deflect is down from Sunless Fiber. And it looks like Applesauce is going to try and go over the top of this roof. Can he get any cleanup kills? Ooh, very low there, but not quite. Lonesome King's going to do the Lonesome King job of capping the points by himself. We are dog fighting in the sky. None of the Pharaohs can hit their rockets. I didn't squelch chat for Steve. Mistakes were made. Oh. Hold on, guys. I have to. It's so fucking obnoxious. There we go. We're safe now. In the meantime, while I was doing that, apparently Poi got 4 kills. Good job, Poi. I don't really know what happened there.
Look at Hunter.
Nice job. We almost have a primal rage from Poi, and we're close on both DPS ults. Sunless Fiber swapping to the Tracer here. Immediately gonna get destroyed by Applesauce, and along with Finley, just chucking rockets into, well, they're trying to regroup. When you have someone poking you like this, generally you want to regroup in spawn. Almost have a barrage here, in addition to the sights. Ooh, nice Nice 1-2 punch from the DPS there. Yeah, you're not gonna res that. You're not gonna res that, Ethelred. Apple is like watching and waiting for you to do this. Good peel from Steve for his Mercy to dash to the team. Now, Applesauce does have Barrage here. Is going to want to set that up. Justice reigns from above. Ooh, Tactical Visor activated as well as Valkyrie? Nope, not Valkyrie from Semi-Fine. Semi-Fine just gets a really good res onto Rofty in the middle of the enemy team. Sunless Viper is going to get the pick onto Lonesome King. But, oh, they're staggered. Poor Steve. They let him re-meckle though. You're not supposed to do that, but it's okay. They just demeched him again. And they're gonna let him try. You can try to cap, sir, but they're gonna kill you anyways. That was bullying. Ooh! Naki's back on the soldier and he's got a nano. That enemy soldier also has a nano. They're gonna get Rofty, but Poi is back and Semi-Fine reses Applesauce. Poi is dead to Nakashima, although. Angry Monkey from Stormgig doesn't manage to get much. Hulk Hammer cleans up Sunless Fiber. Chad also got a kill. Stormgig gets Lonesome King, and Steve gets Send Me Flying. Oh, but Applesauce is going to manage to get, but they do get the pick. They do, or the pick, the cap. Whew. Have a Diva Bomb. Play forward from Steve. We are back on point. Almost have a Graviton Surge here from Lonesome King. Not much else. Ooh, Stormgig is going to manage to get the pick onto Rofty. You kind of want to try and get an ultimate out here if you are Chads, but it doesn't look like you're going to do it. They are going to manage to get a lot of ultimate charge themselves. Rofty, it looks like, is going over to the Ana off of the Lucio from the stall. They almost have Barrage here. They also have Sights. They just need one more fight to win. They are pushing into a Sights of their own as well as a Diva Bomb. Justice reigns from above. Gets D-Mech. Nerf this comes out, but does manage to die. Graviton Surge comes out. It gets 3. Sights is coming out from Nakashima, but he gets cleaned up by Hulk Hammer. And it looks like Angry Monkey. First segment goes to the Chads.
Score 0-1.
Alright. Let's see. I mean, this is it right now. If the Chads win the next, the Chads win Shrine, they win the whole thing, and that is their first win of the season. That would be a big deal for them. You can tell that they want it. They're playing out of their minds. Poi's playing really well on this Monkey. Applesauce is playing really well on the Pharah, and Semi-Flying has gotten some amazing reses on this Mercy. Oop, looks like the SF Thunderbirds are making some last minute comp swatches, but they're going to stick with the double bubble, but they're going to put Nakashima onto the Echo, Sunless Fiber onto the Tracer, Finley on the Ana, and Ethelred on the Mercy.
Contact.
Ooh, 75 does get picked by Steve. Poi has to bounce out of there, does get antied. And it looks like the Chads are going to back off. Ooh, Sunless Fiber is going to get the pick onto Poi.
Adjusting angle of attack. I need a health restore.
Right now we are just poking. Nothing really in the tank for either team quite yet, or the SF Thunderbirds is closer in terms of ultimate charge. But nothing to play for. Poi is sleeping on the job, is going to get woken up.
Hello. Let's get you back out. Boosting up.
Let's see where Poi goes. Is on point on the back line. Oh, the Ana's so low. Ana is dead. Applesauce picking up the kill onto Finley. Ethelred also goes down to Applesauce, and now it is Steve going down to Poi. Nakashima does manage to clean up Hulk Hammer with Sunless Fiber cleaning up Send Me Flying, but that is too. Ooh, nice jump pack kill from Poi onto the Tracer. And the Chads will take this point, but not after 43% is claimed for the side of the SF Thunderbirds. Alright. Let's see. Applesauce does have the Barrage ready to go. Naki's close to a copy. And Sunless Fiber does have a Pulse Bomb out. 70 Flying does go down to Stormgate. Nagashima is going to get the pick on to Applesauce. Angry Monkey in the back on both sides, but Poi is sleeping. Never mind, he's awake. Hulk Hammer is going to get the pick. Rofty is going to manage to get Ethelred. Nakashima is going to get Hulk Hammer, and Stormgate is going to get Lonesome King. Stormgate is also going to get Rofty. Looks like we're just going to stall this out as much as possible. Valkyrie coming out. Semi-finally get the res. Nice res. LOS the Echo as much as they can. Applesauce is going to manage to get Naki on this Pharah. Nano comes out onto the Zarya. Grab comes out. It doesn't get anything. That is an unfortunate grab. Even if they don't win this, damn, Chads has managed to stall this so long. Valk comes out from Ethelred to try and win them the fight. But Lonesome King is back. Ooh, Applesauce is dangerously low. Poi has gotten another ult in the middle of this. Semi-Fly and does finally manage to go down. Poi is Angry Monkey on the point. They're getting 80%. Can they get it to 90? Nope, not quite 90. Ugh, so much talking. Alright, time to back out and regroup. They are coming in with a Graviton Surge and a Attack Visor. They also almost have a Rally on the side of the Chengdu Chads. They're pushing into a Primal Rage as well as a Pulse Bomb from Sunless Fiber. Alright. Also a Reaper from Chad, or Applesauce, instead of the Pharah. Got you in his sights. Hulk Hammer is trying to burn down Stormgig as much as he can with his thing, but it is not going to be enough. Stormgig is going to manage to clean up Hulk Hammer. Sunless Fiber cleans up Semi-Fine, and Steve manages to get Lonesome King. Nakashima using the copy to copy Zarya as well. It's getting into last fight territory. We may go into the last map segment of Nepal. Rally comes out from Rofty. Graviton Surge, though, comes out from Steve. The ante is good. It gets 3 people. Nakashima manages to burn down Poi. The Nano Monkey is here. Valkyrie comes out from Semi-Flying as well as the grab from Lonesome King. Oof, and it is just an all-out duel on point. Hulk Hammer puts down the mini heal field. The Reaper is on point with the Mercy. Poi is back on the Wrecking Ball. I think the Chads have this. They have the point presence. They are going to recap it. They almost have a Valkyrie on the side of Ethelred, but they don't have much. Stormgig swapping back to the Winston. Let's see. We almost have a Death Blossom here. Is he going to get it in this last fight? He may get it. This could be it here. This Death Blossom could be on Apple right here. It is a full-on brawl here. Death Blossom is here. Death Blossom comes out. It's going to manage to get Stormgig. That is their major stall potential. It is going to get Res, although nice Res coming out from Ethelred. It is 99 to 99 here. Nakashima manages to copy the Wrecking Ball. We are spinning to win here. On the point. Mines are out from both sides. Nines managed to kill the copy. Nakashima also managed to get Hulk Hammer. Poi managed to get Steve on the actual Wrecking Ball. Semi-Flying. Nice bubble for the res. Hulk Hammer is back. Sights is up. Manages to get the trace with the help of Lonesome King. And it looks like the Chads win. Nice job, Chengdu Chads. That is their first W. Lonesome King with the play. Again, another Zarya play the game. I think that's the 3rd one in a row. Oh yeah, this grab to clean up. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Let's go, Chengdu Chads. That was a super close game.
It's
Holy
nice to
guacamole,
feel
just like
appreciated.
hats off to the Chads there. Honestly, you all played incredibly well. Everyone on that team, like that was, and everyone on SF also played super well too. But damn, I think just like I would say of each role, like Poi, I mean even like Lonesome King although popped off. But like Poi did really well, Lonesome King did really well, Like, holy guacamole. Yeah. Whew. That was amazing. Good job. Good job, everyone. Good job, the chats. That is their first W of the season, everyone. Hopefully, this is a turn and they can make it through the rest. But honestly, like, 70 Flying had some really clutch reses in there, especially at the end on the res onto Hulk Hammer, who had the sights to clean up point and kind of win that for them. Oh, that was a nice play. But even Poi, like Poi got 4 people one fight. Applesauce was consistently popping off on the Pharaoh. Like it was just clean all around, man. Good job. Keep playing like that, and maybe we'll see y'all in the finals. All right, but I am super tired now. I have been talking for almost 2 hours, and I need to go. So I'm going to tell all of you good night. Hopefully you enjoyed the cast, and I will see you all again actually on Monday, where I will be casting another game this week. Good night, everyone.